Hello guys, in this video I will show you how to set the paper size using the page setup and also create a simple title block. So basically we have this drawing. It's drawn into millimeters using the drawing units of millimeters, so it's already completed. Now we need to go to paper size, and the reference scale that we're going to set in is 1:1. Go to layout. Layout is the paper space, they call it paper space. So here we don't know what is the size of the current paper space, so we need to go to layout, set page setup, and here the layout one means this tab. So let's go to, actually you can see also the flat size, the dimensions of the paper. But if you're unfamiliar with this size, it's A3 size, but if you're unfamiliar, you can click modify. Here you can see what type of paper size they use. So it's A3 297 by 420. Now we need to change this paper size to A0. So I'm going to use ISO A1 paper size. So it's basically 594 by 847. So we'll go for the width of 841 594. It's landscape. So you can see that the wider part is horizontal, vertical part is the shorter length. So click OK. Click close. Now if you measure this length of the paper, let's go to distance. Let's set distance. Click one point from this side until this side. You can see it's about 590 or 547 mm. This simple line, this broken line is your paper space. So distance from this line until this line is the actual paper size. Typically in the standard drawing, the title block will be created in a different drawing file and then will be attached as reference in the paper space. So but in this exercise we're just going to create a simple title block. So let's go to home, set the layer. Now I have created the layer for title block, so we'll place all the drawings that we're going to create under this layer. Make sure it's active. Now this is your paper size. Let's create a border line which is offset away from the paper. So let's create it here first. Let's put it somewhere here. So basically this is your border line or the margins. When printed, this line will be shown away from the edge of the paper, and this is what we call the border. Now we're going to create some spaces. Close the layer, create a line, offset this by 110 mm, click O, enter, set the space 110 mm, the offset distance, erase this line, we don't need it anymore, click delete, trim, TR, then click this line. Now from this line we're going to paste the information such as the drawing number, scale, drawn by, approved by, and the person who checked it. So here we need to draw a horizontal line as our first reference. Offset this by 10 mm. Another offset by 5 mm. Let's trim. Take this, select and trim all this. Now we're going to cut this space into two parts. So let's put a line in between. Now we're going to create or place some text inside here just for the drawing information. So now we need to create another layer to organize our drawing. Let's create a text. Then we'll set the color to yellow. Then let's make this layer as our current layer. So now whatever we draw is under the text layer and it's organized. So Now we need to also place some information such as drawn by, checked by, approved by, scale, paper size, and other information. So let's place some text using annotate. Let's use a single line annotate, but we don't have a 2 mm height, so I will need to add in a new text style. So here you create new, let's say tx text 2.0, click OK. Now let's set the height as 2 millimeters. Click close. Let's select it, make sure it's text 2.0. Add in click the single text. Place anywhere here. Then we can add the text now. Sorry, single text, place here. Then let's place the text as drawn by. Let's move the text and center it, place it at the center. Let's copy this text on all these 3 spaces. Let's use the copy command, CO or CP. Let's use this as reference. Now we are changed the information here. Let's say that this is a scale. Now let's say this is the paper size. Or let's just put size. They already know the information when we say size, so no need to specify paper. Let's change this to this check by, approved by, and then let's say this is file name. Now we're going to use a different text height just to place in the new text or the information here. So we're going to use 2.5 mm. So let's select 2.5 mm. Here we have already created it before, so let's use it. Let's again add the text, single line, place it somewhere here first. Click again any space first, then type in, let's say, Michael. Let's say the person who drew this is Michael. Let's move this line, set it properly. Now we can copy this information and set it here. So let's copy. Now we can move this information away from this a little bit further. Let's set F8 so it's still horizontally aligned. So let's change this as 1:1. Let's say this one is A1 size. Let's say this one checked by boss and approved by super boss. And then the file name is, let's say, T0117/M02/001. So basically, this is how you create a simple title block with the information and the correct sizes of the text and information. So we can still further make it elaborate here. Further add in more information like the client name, project name, title name, but the concept and how to structure it is already explained in this video. So this is how to create and set the proper title block, organize it using layers, conceptually the information needed, and how to set the page setup and paper size in Paper Space in AutoCAD 22. Thank you.